Hey guys, it's Sam. It's Thursday, February 26th, 2009, the day before my birthday. My birthday is February 27th. Hooray! I'm gonna be the big 2-6. So anyway, today's topic is talking about body image and weight. And I thought I would join the my fellow video bloggers and do this without my shirt on, which is actually really cool. Anyway, I have a lot to say about this topic. And I originally was like, oh, that's too personal, but you guys, your videos have been so heartfelt and real, and I relate to them so much that I figured I'm gonna go out there and say it too. So, my notes, as usual, got a whole lot going on. I basically thought I'd talk about it in a chronology. So when I was little, I was a tomboy. I ran around and played soccer and catch with my dad and all kinds of fun things. And then puberty hit, and I got hips and boobs, and my waist went in and my hips went out, and I'm very curvy and hourglassy. And I've never liked that. It's never felt right, but I've just been like, all right, whatever, this sucks, but this is my body. In high school, I tried in my own way to be more feminine. I wore these shirts, you know, like Gap or Abercrombie, and it says it across your chest. And I wore tighter fitting-ish pants that were really flared at the bottom, because that was the style. And I remember just like sucking in my stomach and walking around all the time and just feeling not so comfortable. I shouldn't say all the time, a lot of the time, walking down the hallway, feeling people looking at me and wanting to appear attractive and thin and whatever. Also, sports in high school became competitive, and it wasn't about having fun, it was about winning. And that wasn't fun for me, and I didn't want to run around till I puked, so I quit soccer, which was a really big loss. And eventually joined the sailing team, but still, that I wasn't running around as much anymore, and so I gained more weight, and got curvier. Didn't like that. Then in college, the food was delicious and there was a lot of it, and I gained more weight, and still wasn't running around playing sports, because at that point my stomach had started getting really bad, and exercise, I decided, made me feel sicker. So great, kind of stopped running around. I played ice hockey my first year. I tried to be really tough because I wanted to put on all the pads and fall down and not hurt myself, and it turns out you can still hurt yourself. Anyway, so still wasn't playing sports for the most part, and was gaining more weight. But I realized that you didn't have to wear feminine clothes. I was surrounded by queer people, queer women, for the most part, female identified. And so I ditched the Gap and Abercrombie shirts pretty much off the bat. Went out and bought my first pair of men's pants that felt cool. They fit so much more comfortably. Started wearing slightly less fitted shirts. And my haircut got a lot butcher. In high school, I was one of 2 girls, basically, in my class who had short hair. And in college, it got dykier and shorter. And, figured out my sexuality, which is still a process. It's another video. And felt so comfortable being a butch queer person, and have really been in that role, since then. But now I'm overweight and still wasn't exercising, and feeling sicker and stressed out and busy and whatever, and starting to think about gender even more and being like, holy crap, I've got this really feminine body, really curvy and everything, and I just really don't like it. Never have, and now I feel stronger about it. So, it wasn't that I really even disliked it before. I just accepted it. And now I'm starting to think, what can I do to change it? So, I had a reduction, as most of you guys know, in December, and it went really well. I went for a consultation for top surgery, but decided it was too big a step for me and my gender identity right now. Again, who knows? It could change. I think it's already starting to change. I don't know. It's all this process, man. I never know how I'm gonna feel, and what door is gonna be presented to me next. So anyway, had my reduction, and that's helped immensely. My chest is really small now, and when I wear a frog bra, as Stefan mentioned in his video, they're pretty much tiny and not that noticeable. But then if I bind, which I've been doing for, I don't know, 6 months or something, I don't do it very often because it's really uncomfortable. And I got the binder from Underworks that goes all the way down to your waist. And what I like about it is not even so much that it squishes my boobs down, because they're not even that big, but that it changes my body shape and really makes me look more, less curvy, especially helping my gut and my hips and whatever. And but it's really uncomfortable. So as of a couple weeks ago, I finally joined the Y, and I've been going every day since I actually officially joined. So it's only been 5 days or something, but still, it's been great. I'm really trying to, first of all, reduce stress, because I'm a stress ball. Second of all, I'm gonna try to lose weight, and swim and do yoga and go bike riding and all of that, and try to eat better. And I feel like, you know, it'll reduce stress, I'll lose weight, and even more than that, I hope to somehow attain a more masculine looking body, if that's possible. You know, like my chest is smaller now, so if I can make my hips and everything not stick out as much, then in that way I can be read as less female. I guess the last thing is, you know, more and more I'm like finding myself being really jealous of trans guys, and I don't really know what that means, and I think that it's all a process, but like I see trans guys' chests, and a big part of me really wants a chest like that, and I see how their weight redistributes, and a big part of me wants that, even more than the chest, I think. And then I see other things like their voice and their hair and other things that I think are yet to be figured out about the effects of testosterone, and I shy away. So I don't really know, you know, where I'm going and what's in store for me. But I'm just taking it one step at a time and kind of seeing what feels right as I go. So that is all I have to say, I think, for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful last weekend of February. Remember, there's only 28 days. Don't get confused. And I'm going to have a good birthday. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.